Have you ever wondered what survival really means? What if everything you thought you knew about it was wrong? Imagine stepping into a place so untouched, so unpredictable, that every move feels like a gamble. I'm talking about the Amazon rainforest, a world where danger hides in every shadow, and only the most adaptable can make it through. So here's the real question. If you were dropped into this green labyrinth, could you make it out alive? Well, I'm about to find out. So why even do this? Honestly, it wasn't about showing off. I've always had this hunger for real adventure. Not the kind you see in movies, but the kind that tests every limit you've got. And if there's one place on Earth that defines survival, it's the Amazon. But you don't just walk into a jungle this big without a plan. I spent months prepping, researching, training, and packing gear. Water filter, machete, compass, first aid kit, tarp, fire starter. Everything I carried was a lifeline. Too heavy, and I'd burn out fast. Too light, and I wouldn't last long. There's no store, no backup, no Wi-Fi signal waiting for you out there. Once you step in, it's just you and the wild. The first steps into the jungle hit me like a truck. The air was so thick it felt like I was breathing soup. Within minutes, I was drenched in sweat. And the insects? Man, they were everywhere. Crawling, buzzing, biting. The forest itself is like a maze that doesn't want you inside. Everything looks the same. Walls of green, no landmarks, no paths. The ground shifts from dry to swampy without warning. One wrong turn and you're walking in circles. So I marked trees, checked my compass, and moved slow. Because out there, if you lose focus even for a few minutes, the Amazon will swallow you whole. And then there's the stuff you don't see. A low growl somewhere in the distance. Eyes glinting from the shadows. Strange calls that echo at night. That's when it really hits you. Out here, you're not the top of the food chain. Finding water sounds easy. It's the Amazon, right? Rivers everywhere. But it's not that simple. Every drop could carry parasites that'll wreck you in hours. So I filtered, boiled, and treated every sip. Water wasn't just water. It was survival. Food was another battle. Some fruits were edible. Some were deadly. Bugs became protein, and honestly, they were disgusting. But they kept me moving. I set small traps, tried fishing in streams. Some days I got lucky. Most days, I didn't. And the weather? Relentless. The heat during the day baked me alive. Then the skies would suddenly explode with rain. Torrential downpours that soaked everything. My clothes, my gear, my bones. Nothing ever dried. Blisters, exhaustion, cuts that wouldn't heal, it all built up. But the hardest part came at night. The jungle changes when the sun goes down. Every sound feels magnified. Twigs snapping, wings flapping, predators on the move. You lie there in the dark, your body screaming for sleep, but your brain refuses because it knows something out there is watching. But it wasn't all fear and misery. Sometimes the jungle showed me things I'll never forget. Tiny frogs, glowing like neon lights in the dark. Butterflies with wings that looked like shards of stained glass. Orchids blooming in impossible colors. And then I saw something humbling. Signs of indigenous life. Smoke from a fire. Structures hidden in the trees. I didn't go close. I knew better. This is their home, not mine. Just seeing that was enough to remind me how much respect this place deserves. These people survive here without filters, compasses, or fancy gear. Their knowledge is the real key to survival. But then, I also saw scars. Trees cut down, land burned. The Amazon feels infinite when you're inside it. But those scars prove it's fragile. It can disappear faster than we realize. by the time I made it out, I wasn't the same person. The Amazon stripped me down to nothing and then rebuilt me. I learned survival isn't about conquering nature. It's about respecting it, listening, adapting. There were mornings when the mist rose from the river and the whole jungle seemed alive. And for a moment, I didn't feel like an outsider. I felt like I belonged. Coming back, I realized something bigger. These wild places aren't just adventures for thrill seekers. They're lifelines for the planet. And once they're gone, no gear, no technology, no second chances will ever bring them back. So yeah, the Amazon humbled me. It terrified me, but it also taught me the greatest survival lesson of all. We don't survive by beating the wild. We survive by remembering we're part of it.